welcome to our second Tuesday talk. Look at me being very consistent. Last Tuesday talk, I talked about morning routines for stress, anxiety, and having a good tools that you can use throughout your day to be able to overcome those obstacles that come emotionally with whatever you may be going through. I spoke specifically for myself about motherhood and whatever it may be for you. So today I invited my sister to come on live with me, so she's going to come on in a second. And we are going to talk about DIYs because it's fun. And last time I talked about things that you can do, use essential oils, journaling, exercise, morning routines and tips for getting over ruts in the middle of the day or at night. So today I'm just going to talk and show you guys how to create a sugar scrub because it's the most simple and most economical little DIY that you can make for yourself. And for some reason, it just feels so good to be able to make something yourself. Obviously, you can go and buy a sugar scrub or some kind of scrub for your skin from Young Living or from your favorite brand, whatever it may be. But for some reason, it feels so good and fun to just make something yourself. I make this one often for friends as gifts, and I get it for I make it with my children too. They really, really love just getting their hands in whatever I'm doing. So I already went and filled this tiny little glass jar with some sugar that I just built. Oops, because I've been shaking it. With some sugar, and this one is a little bit bigger. It's not fine. It's not very finely ground sugar, so it's not powdery. It's a little bit coarse, and I like this one better, especially if I'm gonna do like a hand skin scrub, like body scrub, and not just my face. So guys, I just want to let you all know that is my sister ready? That my mom is going to join me this month. My mom, she's an esthetician. She is a skincare specialist for the Ritz-Carlton Spa in Key Biscayne in Miami, Florida. And she's going to be joining me in our private group this month, once a week, giving her beauty tips, skincare tips, and showing the products she uses and how she uses them. And if you were in our class years ago that my mom and I did together in Miami, you know that my mom has some amazing tips. And if you look at her and you see her age and know her age and see her, you won't believe it. Because ever since I was little, I know my mom has taken care of her skin, and she just is beautiful and looks amazing. So if you want to join and get in on those classes, you have to become a member. You have to get your kit, your oils kit, whichever one you want, and you have to get into our group so that you can have access to those classes and those talks that she's going to give, plus all the other stuff that I've done in there and other members have created in there for us. So let's get started. Where's my sister? Let's see if my sister's coming. In the meantime, let me get started. Okay, so fill your jar, whatever jar you have, with sugar all the way to the top. It's going to dissolve a little bit because we're going to use oil, essential oils and coconut oil. So if you know your skin type and you know which oil, carrier oil is best for your skin, go ahead and use that. What is that for you? Jojoba oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, grapeseed. It's gonna look different for you. Is that you, Nicole? Are you on? Girl, get on so I can add you. Let me know if you're watching, where you're from. Don't be shy to comment. Sometimes I can't see the comments, guys. I don't know why. So, yeah. So, look up. I'll put in the comments after about carrier oils and which are good for different skin types. But my mom is going to get more into that in our group. So I don't want to give too much away because she's a specialist and I'm just me. I didn't go through years of training experience like she did. So yeah, I'm just gonna use coconut oil because I love coconut oil. I know my skin just soaks it up. Hi guys, I think my sister is on. Nicole, are you on? There she is. Let me add her. Okay, while I do this. And then it just soaks it up. So, I have my little chopstick here. If you have a toothpick or something smaller, and I'm just gonna smash it up. Now it looks like ice cream cone. Anyway, and I already picked my essential oils that I want to use. So I chose geranium. Geranium is like when people ask me any questions about skin, my first are always lavender and frankincense. Why is it this label white? Because it's labeled vitality, which means that you can ingest it. But it's the same oil inside the bottle as anything else. So what I'm going to do, I have only a little tiny bit in here. I'm going to use my sister. Drop of geranium because it's a very potent aroma, and as much as I love it, I don't want too much of it, and one drop goes a long way as far as okay, Nicole, I saw you. Approve, add. It says sorry, I'm trying to add my sister in here. No answer from live video guest. Okay. Let me press done, invite. Okay. You know, technology. Try again, Nicole. Okay, so I added only one drop of geranium into here. You don't need a lot. And then after you make it, always test it on your skin. And if you want more, you can always add more. You can never take away less unless you start putting it into another jar, bigger jar. So always start with less and then add more from there. Nicole, it says no answer from live video guest. So I don't know why it's doing that. And then frankincense. I'm also only going to add one drop because it's such a small jar. Oops, two fell in there. So I put two. I put one geranium and two frankincense. These are both very gentle oils. So if more goes in there, it's okay. If you don't like how it feels after you create it, and if you have a bigger jar, just put more sugar and coconut oil in it. Okay, so a few tips that my mom told me, especially if you're using this kind of sugar on your face, you're gonna wanna wet the sugar first and make sure that it's
I can't hear you. Okay, good. It wouldn't let me join unless I rotated my phone.
Yes, Nicole, you do turn into you.
I didn't know that. I didn't do it yesterday.
Um, so I was just saying that with the sugar scrub, because I just made sugar scrub. Can you lower your mute your volume? Because it's echoing a bit. Or put headphones on.
Yeah.
So that's my little sister Nicole. She's joining us because she's also going to show a tiny wedding. I can hear myself. Okay,
Is
that's
that
better,
better?
Nicole. Thank you. So what my mom says is to when you use a sugar scrub like this that has a coarser kind of sugar, to wet it first before applying it to your face. And then she says when you scrub your face to go in upwards motions. So don't like drag your skin down. Work it upwards and in circles and upwards. She had to explain that to me a few times before I finally understood it. But I was like, circles and upwards? What are you? But what she means is go in circles and then upwards on your face. Um, Obviously, since it has essential oils, be very careful around your eyes, especially if you're going to be using water and things are going to start dripping. So just keep those little things in mind. Again, my mom is going to be in our private group. It's called A Perfect Blend. You can only get in by invitation, by membership. So if you want to know about the memberships and all that stuff, let me know. And my sister is actually about to show us a blend that she's including in our members only welcome bundles that we've put together. And she's including this blend for USA people. So go ahead, Nicole. Unmute
Hi,
yourself.
everyone. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Okay. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Nicole. I'm Jenny's sister, which she already explained. I'm going to be making what it's called is the Glow Serum. So it's a serum for your face. Um, you'll need frankincense, blue tansy, geranium, and patchouli. And then a dropper bottle, which is this one. I got it off at Amazon. Sorry, my cats. And then you'll need jojoba oil. One of the recipes calls for rosehip oil, but I don't have rosehip oil, so jojoba oil will be fine. Sorry for
The
my cat.
cat.
So, stop. Sorry. So, you'll need this is, I think, a 1 ml bottle. The recipe that I have is for 2 ml, so I'm obviously going to be cutting everything in half because it's like 10 drops of everything, and this little tiny bottle does not need 10 drops of everything. Um, so blue tansy, as you can tell, is very blue. It makes the top of the bottle blue. Mine isn't as blue as other people, but if you take it off, it's like it's blue. It's blue. Um,
Wow. It's like
Blue
paint.
tansy is native to Morocco. Yeah, it's naturally occurring constituent of, I don't know how to say it, chamazulene is what turns it blue when they're steam distilling it. Blue tansy is very good for the skin. It's cleansing. It's soothing. It moisturizes. It can be a moisturizer. You can add it to your moisturizers, and it helps reduce the appearance of blemishes on the skin. So it's really good for skin. Other people use it for other things though too. You can put it in your diffuser, things like that. Just be warned that it will turn the diffuser blue. I put it in my diffuser like 3 nights ago, and it's still blue.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
So, like it's like a light blue, but it's still blue. So honestly, the other day I just added water to it, and you could still smell the blue tansy in it. So that was
Wow.
fun.
I've only
Yeah,
ever experienced blue tansy in the blends that it's in, like Peace and Calming and Valor and
Valor. Yeah, so if you guys don't have blue tansy at home, you can probably use anything that contains blue tansy in it, like Valor. Um, so I'm just gonna drop this into here.
dang, it's so blue.
Yeah, it's very blue. Um, I just wanted to let everybody know that reason our stop, I'm sorry. Reason our oils can be a little bit expensive is because of the way that they're distilled or we do everything. Our farms are all sustainable, so we're not taking advantage of the earth. We're like actually doing everything sustainably so that we're not, like I said, taking over everything. Everything is hand picked. We're not using machines like other people do, and that makes the process a little bit longer and a little more tedious. So just to keep that in mind, that's what separates us from a lot of other companies is that we do things like that. That is why we have our seed to seal promise, and that's why sometimes you'll see that oils go out of stock, blends go out of stock, herbs go out of stock, because of the reason that we're not like planting
You're
every
not cutting
single thing.
corners.
Yeah, exactly. We're only grabbing the plants when they're in season, not when they're not supposed to be in season, basically. Sorry, ranting. Next would be
But
frankincense.
it's
It
true.
comes
I love
from,
that, Nicole, that you mentioned that because Blue Tansy is like a $90 oil with the membership cost. So like
yeah,
retail cost, it's even more. But my
yeah.
sister, she's on Essential Rewards, which is a rewards point program with Young Living. So because she racked up so many points, she was able to get the Blue Tansy for free practically, right? You just paid for shipping.
Yeah, I actually didn't even pay for shipping because I ordered it through my husband's and he had some credits on his account.
So you had
So I used the
commission
credits.
credits plus your points, so it was free. A
It
$90
was free.
bottle free. Like
You know what?
you can't do that in a grocery store.
I did pay for shipping because I overnighted it. That was the only reason I paid a little bit more because I overnighted it. And it was like
And of
20
course you
bucks to
can
overnight it.
overnight it
But
because you didn't pay for it. So might as well
yeah,
overnight it.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
cool. So
it's
how many drops did you do?
5 drops of blue tansy.
Okay.
Next, I'm gonna add frankincense. Everybody knows that frankincense is really good for skin care. Um, I don't have the other one.
I
Sorry.
know me too. So, to clarify, you should be using the label that says for topical use. This
Yes,
label, the white label, is for ingestion. So, yeah,
it's the same
just
oil.
it's the
It's the
same oil
same
inside.
oil. There's nothing different about it. It's just labeling. That's
Just,
it.
FDA
Yeah,
fun stuff. Okay, go ahead,
yeah.
Nicole.
So, frankincense is from the Middle East. It maintains the appearance of radiant skin, helps reduce the appearance of uneven skin tones. It was used in religious ceremonies. It's very grounding, very soothing. It was given to Christ at his birth. That's one of the gifts that he was gifted. It's distilled from the Boswellia carteri trees. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Cartera.
Located in located in northern Africa. So, as you can tell, we have farms all over the world. It's not just in the USA. Um, Fun fact, I believe sacred frankincense is the one that we harvest from, what is it?
Oman.
What?
From Oman? Are you trying to think of the country or the state?
Yeah, but that we're the only ones allowed to harvest from there.
Yeah, so it's crazy because we lived really close to Oman when we lived in Dubai. And so in Dubai was one of the distilleries that they would bring in the frankincense from Somalia, from Northern Africa, and from Oman. And so yeah, so we were this close to visiting the farm over there. And Young Living, Gary Young went there physically, personally, checked everything out, and got permission to harvest the frankincense trees over there because they're sacred, like they are sacred to to the Arabs over there. So you
Yeah,
did five.
5 drops of the frankincense.
Okay, cool.
Next is one of my personal favorite oils. It's geranium. I think you were talking about geranium a little bit ago,
Yeah,
huh?
it was. I'm
Okay.
sorry, we chose the same oils.
Ger- Geranium is a must in my house. Later, I'll be posting a testimony. Well, my sister will post it for me about geranium. It is one of my, this is a sacred oil for me. It's done so much in my family. So they are steam distilled from the flowers and leaves of geranium. It was used by Egyptians to promote beautiful, radiant looking skin. It helps maintain appearance of healthy, youthful looking skin. It cleanses the skin and helps promote healthy looking hair as well. So if you put a few drops in your shampoo of this, it's good for your hair as well. So I hope I have 5 drops of it because my husband took the other one. So it's 5 drops of this too.
Are you guys like
Actually,
me that I have like a gajillion bottles of geranium like all over the house?
um,
Who knows where they are?
I have to get more. Right now we only have like 3, I think, but one of them is empty. If it wants to
Yeah,
come
even
out,
when they're
one.
empty though, if you refill it, like it still smells like if it was a brand new bottle.
Yeah, this is a really like the smell of it is so strong. It grows on you though, because I did not like it at first. Sorry, it's like super slow motion.
No, when I was pregnant with Ruby, I could not stand it. And I think one time you put it on baby jam, and I was like,
Mhm.
what oil did you just use? I can't stand this.
It
So
does not want to come
nauseous.
out.
I saw a bit come out. No?
Hello, like you can see that it's like trying to come out. Look,
It's like hanging there. Got it. A
there we
little bit
go.
more.
One more. Whatever. We'll just leave it like that for now. Okay. My favorite oil. Next is patchouli. Somebody once told me that patchouli is the true hippie smell, and I was like,
I never
"You're
knew
so
that.
right." Like,
I
if you think of hippie, like I would think of patchouli. I'm not gonna lie now. I really like patchouli. Recently, I saw somebody post. Her Instagram name is Every Superwoman. She was like, "Oh, I started using it as my deodorant," and I was like, "Huh, that's smart." So I put a roller bottle on my other bottle on it, and that's what I use now, and it's really good. It actually works really really well. So I'm happy
nice.
about
I'm
that.
trying.
So that was a nice little hack. So for this one, I'm only gonna do 2 drops. This is really strong. If geranium is strong, patchouli is stronger. I feel honestly. It's steam distilled from the shrubs. It improves the appearance of skin, and it's native to Southeast Asia. Um, so I'm only gonna do 2 drops of this one and see if it comes out because it like thickens up. I hope
Yeah,
it
that's
comes out.
another good skin oil. And that one's also in Peace and Calming.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, I think so. It's one of the main aromas that like as you smell it, like it's the first one you smell, I
Really?
guess.
Okay, so now that we have all 4 oils in here, I'm gonna add the jojoba. I'm just gonna fill it. Actually, I've never used it, so it has a seal.
Oh, nice. So you're actually making droppers for the bundles, for the welcome bundles.
Yeah, it's the droppers.
So everyone gets one of these droppers when they enroll with the premium starter
Yeah,
kits in the USA.
yeah.
So there's a premium starter kit with the Dewdrop diffuser or the Desert Mist or the Aria diffuser or the CBD kit for USA people or what are the other kits? The
Ningxia, Thieves.
yeah.
We used
And
to have the Savvy's kit, but I think they took that away, huh?
they took that out when they brought in the CBD.
Oh, did they? That's what happened?
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
the Welcome Home kit at
Or
While
the one
Supplies
from home
Last.
kit. Yes. Wow, that looks super blue and like a blue green.
Yeah, right? And that's
Yeah.
because the blue tansy still settled at the bottom. So I'm going to put the drop, just go up it.
And it. Hi
These
guys,
are
we are making
frosted glass
DIYs.
droppers.
Nice. Let's
So
see that.
let's see if it
It
changes.
reminds me of like a lava lamp.
Look how it does.
So cool.
Look,
That's a blue tansy.
look at that. That's super cool.
So anyone that enrolls this month gets one of these. And what else? Do you have the other stuff that you're including in the welcome bundle, Nicole?
Yeah, I have the bundle with me right now.
So how would they use this?
So since it's a dropper, I'm not going to use it because this is actually for somebody. But since it's a dropper, just squeeze it, drop a couple drops on your face. And night. I actually have it in a roller though, because I didn't have the droppers when I first got my Blue Tansy. So I just rolled my roller all over my face, but since this is a dropper, I would just drop maybe 1 or 2 drops onto your face. If you need more, it just depends, I think, on the person, honestly, their preference. But I don't think more than 2 to 3 drops
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think that's more than enough.
Yeah, unless your skin
So
is
yeah,
super
so
dry.
yeah, which my skin super dry, my forehead is very very dry, but since I started using it, it's improved so much. Like in terms of like wrinkles, those lines, those
You know.
lines right here. Um, but since I started using it, leave her alone, leave her alone, stop. Um, since
Mom
I
life.
started using it, like you can't really tell um, that I had them because before you could see it, but now you can't really tell. But
Your
and
skin
then
is
I
really
have noticed that my skin is more hydrated. I do want to add though, these oils help, but you also have to maintain a healthy diet and you have to use correct products. It's not a miracle worker. If you don't maintain your body from the inside, the outside is going to reflect that. So they're helping, but if you're not helping by drinking water or eating a healthy diet, then you're just, it's like you're, what's that
exactly.
called? You know what I'm talking about. You know, when Voldemort and Harry Potter met for the first time after he relived, and you know how they, their wands and they were just clashing, that's what's going to happen.
I was like, wait, what? Oh, I get it now. Yes.
You
It's
remember
like
that scene?
they're
Yeah,
working
that
against
scene.
each other,
They're
getting
working against each
nowhere.
other, getting nowhere. So
Exactly.
yeah. So I'm gonna show you the bundle. I'm sorry, that's the only reference I could, because I watched it recently, and that's the only reference I could think of.
It was perfect. It was actually a perfect reference.
Look how blue it is. Well, it's still kind
Yeah,
of green, but it's that's pretty blue to me.
it's awesome.
Okay, so this is the welcome bundle. Ooh, oops. This is what will be inside. Let's see. It's gonna come like that. And I'll go
Nice.
over everything that's in there. So obviously I kept the bubble wrapper and this will go in here
Nice.
so that it doesn't break because you know how that works.
You never know.
You'll get these beautiful postcards. They're front and back with all the information you'll need, diffuser blends, about
Oh, so
essential
cute.
rewards, frequently asked questions. I got these from Wood and Wellness. She makes
Nice.
them, and I was like, these are perfect to give to our new members because, you know, when you're new to oils, it's kind of hard to know what to do. So that is a
That's pretty
great
good
gift.
little cheat sheets.
Yeah, exactly. Then you'll be getting in this little pouch. Sorry, Geo roller. It won't have anything in there, it's just the roller itself. It comes with a glass top and then this little spray bottle. Can you see it?
No. Now I can, yes. Nice, yes.
The spray bottle. You'll get some. Um, oh my
Vinyl
God! What?
labels
Thank you. Vinyl labels.
that you
Um,
made.
yeah, that I made. For now, um, I only have four of them, but I'm gonna be making an eyelash serum that maybe we'll do another day at DIY. It
Okay.
will be filled, obviously. I only have four of them, so it's basically for the next three people because I'm using this one with her. If
Nice.
it becomes popular, maybe we'll extend it. And then these little tiny dropper bottles. You'll get two of these. They're so cute, right?
Adorable.
And they're glass, so that's cool.
What the heck? Those are so cute.
They're cute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then sorry, my kid is like just diffuser bracelet.
Oh, sweet.
Um, this roller, I forgot about this one. This one contains, what does it contain, Jenny?
Jasmine?
Yep,
Nice. That
and
must
that's
smell
also well.
amazing.
Oh, I did want to mention with this one, I may have to change it later on, like when I run out of blue tansy, and add just another oil in there that's not blue tansy, but still worth it. Until I get blue tansy again, because like you said, it is a very expensive oil, and not all the times we have money for that. So
Yeah, it's
next you'll
cool.
get, this is the kids book. You'll get the book. That's what it's called. It's called the book, and it's gonna be filled with information. Um, I'm giving her the kids book because she has a child. My friend, she has a baby. I think he's like 7 months, a year. I don't know. I should ask her. I know he's still a baby. So I'm giving her that. And because she was the first one to enroll, she got to pick her book and she picked the oil and glass book. So that's in there for her.
Oh, sweet.
Sorry. But that's what will come in the welcome bundles. And I think they're pretty cool welcome bundles. Also, this that my sister was so kind of to gift us. This is a CBD sample, tin
Yeah,
sample. There's
the
only
muscle
five of
rub.
them. So these are while supplies last too because they're out of stock.
So basically, the first three people will be guaranteed the awesomest stuff. And then after that will be any other things that you just have laying around that you could add in.
For
Equally
sure, these
awesome.
little droppers, the geo droppers for sure. These for sure. Bracelets for sure. The ones that may not always have is like the CBD rub, or the lash serum. That
Yeah.
is obviously too. If you're a male and you're signing up, obviously it will be curated to what you need.
Unless you really
Um,
want the lash serum.
yeah,
Unless you really
exactly.
want
Unless you
it.
really want that. But it will change varying on if you're a guy or a girl.
Yeah, maybe
Like
like a
my
beard.
husband, yeah, my husband signed his friend up, and so for him, I gave him a diffuser bracelet because men wear bracelets. It's not a big deal. I gave him. My husband has a Shutron line, so I gave him in those little tiny droppers. I gave him a little bit of the Shutron oil and the beard oil.
Nice.
And then my husband had the shaving cream. The shaving cream. So I have little
Jars.
jars, and I put some in there for him to try.
Oh, nice. So we
Yeah.
got men bundles too. Good job.
Yeah, I
So
was like,
this
we
is
need to be
like,
all inclusive to the men.
so I don't have, so for USA people, you get all of that stuff. For UAE people, plus you get added to our private group, which has
Oh yeah,
more
you
oil
do.
education as well as business stuff. If you want to get all your stuff paid for, like we talked, like how my sister got her stuff paid for, plus more. Um, and for UAE people, because we still have a big group in the UAE, for anyone that you enroll in the UAE, any new members, I am. I did team up with Jasmine All Natural, and she is creating gift baskets for new members in the UAE as well as for um, new business people. So when you reach a certain rank, you will get these gift boxes as well. They're a little bit different, of course, but you will be getting gift baskets and gift bundles as well. So our team is awesome. We're called the Perfect Blend. My sister and I are pretty much the main leaders, but we have quite a few rising up recently. So we're very, very excited, and we hope that you can add and invite more people into this group so that they can get informed, learn with us, and if you want us to talk about any specific topics or any DIYs you want us to make on here that you want to see or do with us, let us know in the comments and tag your friends. Any last comments, Nicole?
Don't be scared to join Young Living. They're an amazing company. Their prices vary, so it's very budget friendly to everyone. Obviously, when you want top of the line oils, they are going to come at a price just because, like I said, we are sustainable. They're trying to go waste free too, so that may make prices a little bit higher, maybe. I'm not sure. It may not. But, they're trying to do
It's
their
worth
best to
it.
help the planet. And, you want to be part of a company like that. You don't want to be a part of a company that's exploiting the planet, because right now what we need to do is help the planet out. And they have so many organizations like that they help. Like one of them right now is Hope for Justice, I think that's what it's called. We're
Yeah,
helping children or people that are being trafficked. And that's
yeah.
a big thing right now that's going on in the world. Well, it's been a big thing, but it's just a little
Yeah,
bigger right
so
now.
it's a
um,
hot topic now. So I'm actually working on creating a fundraiser specifically for that charity called Hope for Justice, to help the survivors of trafficking of any form, sex trafficking, labor trafficking, all that stuff, and help create a
yeah,
fundraiser where we can actually, uh, I mean, we're almost at 300 members. So if everyone pitches in $1, that's $300 towards a child, a person that needs that um, help
help.
and support to come out of that trauma.
Yeah, and it's not only that foundation. They have seven seven foundations,
Yeah,
and they built
yeah,
school in Ecuador for free for all the children, right? And now they're
yeah,
building a college.
yeah.
So they have many foundations. They give back as much as they receive. They give so much more back.
Uh-oh. Did you freeze or did I freeze? Okay. I don't know who froze, but I don't know if my sister froze or if I froze. But anyway, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. Tag your people, and we will see you. We want to do